Well, our 2022 deer season has come to a close, and I must say, been a good year. It was a good deer season for me. Been a good year. I had limited out on bucks. I got some nice bucks, real bucks, and really nice bucks. But I was limited out on bucks. Normally, just a couple of bucks is all I take a year. Here in my home state, in this area, you're allowed a couple of bucks and 3 does. That's five deer. I've never taken 5 deer in a year of my life. Out here on my little farm, I could take 5. Diane could take 5. That's 10 deer between us. My Lord, we certainly don't need that. But anyway, normally I just take 2. But this year, I needed 3. I needed another deer, and so we got a doe season. In the last umpteen days of the late muzzleloader season, it's doe. So in my life that I can recall, I've only taken 2 whitetail does in my life that I can think of. And I can't think of any more. Took one with the gun, one with the bow, and that's all I've ever taken. And I come along during a time when shooting does was pretty much taboo. You know, we just didn't have many of them. And when it got so many years of that when they come along with started, deer spread out and they started opening the doe season and all that. So for whatever reason, I'd only taken a couple of them. But I wanted a deer this year, and I certainly did not want to try to take them off of this little farm here, because we just don't have as many does. A few years ago, before the blue tongue, you could look out and you see 20, 25 does every day. After the blue tongue hit, man, we've hardly seen any deer, hardly any does at all. They've been real slow to recover in this area. But a very good friend of mine, we had hunted and fished together, I mean, dozens and dozens and dozens of trips many years ago, but we hadn't really hunted or fished together in close to 40 years to speak of. Then last summer we got hooked back up and going back fishing together. Well, I was talking to him and I said, try to get me a doe. He said, if you want a doe, he said, boy, just come up here. I said, come up here, I'll get you a doe. That ain't no problem. Well, all I wanted it for was the meat, okay? Primarily for making sausage. That was my primary goal. I needed another deer. So he said, come on up here. I'll take you over to his nephew's place, a big cattle operation, and we'll get you a doe. So we made arrangements. We'd go up there, and I drove up there, and I meet him at the farm headquarters, and I had my video cameras and stuff with me, but this is just going to be going out to get you a doe, just for meat. And so I left him in my vehicle, and we jumped in his Jeep, and he said, we'll be back in 15 minutes. That won't be no problem. We'll go out and get you a doe, be back in 15 minutes. So I just left all my camera gear and everything else in my van and took one rifle and we hop in his Jeep, we take off. And well off in the distance, we could see about 10 or 12 deer, and probably, I don't know, half, 3/4 mile away, something like that. And that 15 minutes that we were going to be back, we got back at dark. We started out earlier in the morning. We got back at dark. But what a hunt. I mean, what a hunt, what a day. It was such an enjoyable day. Going around with my buddy all day, and it was quite enjoyable. But the country that he took me to to be honest with you, I didn't even know country like that existed right around in this general vicinity. I mean, I'm usually hunting big woods, national forest, big woods, or out here at the farm, it's woods and small fields, But where he took me was an area where there's, for this part of the country, big farms, one big farm after another, and it's mostly open country. It's hilly, beautiful, rolling, open country with woodlots here and there. So what we're going to do, object, you just drive around. You got his Jeep out here, and we're driving around over these farms and hills and all this stuff. I mean, spectacular, beautiful. And there's woodlots here and there. So the object is we're going to locate the deer and get in a stalking position. That's something unusual for this part of the country, where you can spot deer at a distance and plant a stalk on them. Well, that's the object. That's what we're going to do. So the next day we go back up. Well, the very next day he tore his rotator cuff, so we couldn't go the second day. Now we're down to the last day, and we go out again, and he can only drive, with this one arm, He couldn't hardly do nothing with this. It's all screwed up. He's got to go get something done with that. But this guy, we go up there early, and he drives me around all day long again. In an area, I mean, these people up there, the farmers and the people that work on the farm stuff, they're showing you all these pictures of 20, 30, 40 deer in a punch, They just couldn't believe we didn't get a deer right off the bat the first day. And we'd hunt all day and didn't get one. And so we go out again on the last day. And we're all over the place. Again, it's mile after mile after mile that we're driving around over all this wonderful looking country, looking for deer. Gosh almighty. And he said, I can't believe this. I can't believe that there ought to be 8 or 10 deer here, and there ought to be 8 or 10 over here, and this ought to be 5 or 6 over here. We're seeing nothing. And every once in a great while you'd see a flag or something taken off. But we weren't having any luck at all. But my God, what spectacular hunt. What a fabulous hunt. Find a way to hunt for this part of the country. It's like hunting out west or something. Or maybe I told him, I said, this is like hunting in Africa. You drive around in a shooting car, and then you spot the game, and you jump out and go put a little stalk on him. This is kind of like hunting Africa or maybe the West. Anyway, as usual, by the time you get wound up talking, battery dies. But anyway, so on this last day of the season, Jerry's driving me around there. We drive up on one vantage point, high vantage point after another, and you can see for miles, just open country, woodlots here and there. I mean, just perfect spot and stalk country, which is not the kind of deer hunting that I've done around here ever in this part of the country. Not spot and stalk. I mean, I still hunt through the woods, and I spot them out here in these fields here at the farm and shoot them at long range and stuff, but not this spot and stalk. I was enjoying the hunt, even though we weren't finding anything to spot and stalk. We were trying to spot, but we wasn't having much luck at it. And he's just flabbergasted because there ought to be deer everywhere. And it surely looks like they ought to be. But it's just... It's a different way to hunt. I've never done it before. Of course, that's what he had been doing for the past several years. Because Jerry and I have not hunted together in 40 years or so, I guess. And I was thoroughly enjoying this hunt with my old friend. I mean, I was enjoying deer or no deer. That was beside the point. Was enjoying this hunt. I mean. He's funny, he's congenial, he's a super guy to be with. And I was flat enjoying my time. Now, had we gone out on that first day and got a deer like he said you'll be back in 15 minutes, I'd have missed out on 2 awesome days of deer hunting. I mean, I enjoyed that. I have no idea how many miles we covered, how many miles he put on his Jeep. Rough miles. I mean, about got stuck, about turned the Jeep over and everything else. It was pretty high adventure as far as I was concerned for two old codgers. We were having a ball. We really were. But, and he'd never used video camera, but, and I took the video camera on this second day, but I couldn't hardly make myself video. We were having so much fun just talking and carrying on, I'd forget about having the daggum camera. And so every now and then I'd turn on video, a little bit of this, that, and the other, and that's what's coming up. But I just couldn't hardly make myself video. We're just having too much fun. But even though the camera's operated for a right-hand camera, and he couldn't use that right hand, he figured out how he could use my camera left hand, and he's going to try to get the part of the spot and stalk, on video. So so that'd be good. And I've never had a cameraman before, so they go have one. But it got down to late in the afternoon, and we finally spot a group of deer in a position that would lend itself to a stalk. So we spotted them, and I'm going to try to put a stalk on it. But the way it turned out, there's no way Jerry can go with me because I'm going to have to go down and cross over a fence and gates and stuff. There's no way he's going to be able to do that with only this one arm. He just can't do it. So anyway, he stays with the Jeep, and I go off on my stalk. And it was a good stalk. It was a good stalk. It was fun. It really was fun. You had to watch the wind and move around and sneak along and all that. And finally I get up on the top of this ridge, and there's some hay bales, the round bales that the farmer had, just dozens of them stacked up there, rows of them. So I get down between a couple of rows of these hay bales and sneak along here, and I finally get up where I peek over and I can see these 4 deer. And I pick out the biggest one and wait for a perfect shot, perfect broadside shot. And anyway, I shot. The way he was looking sort of over a rise and down through a gully and then up on this other rise. Well, they're just over here on this rise. Well, when I shot, they went down in the depression where I couldn't see them for just a second. Then one after another, they would bust back up and hit the woods. And so anyway, I wait a few minutes and I sneak up where I can see down in all this wide open field, and there's 3 more deer just laying down there. Just laying out there in the wide open, and these 4 had run right by them, but and headed back for the woods. But anyway, these 3's laying there, and finally we run them off. Good anyway, we finally find my deer and get it tagged and all that, and but got none of the spot, the stalk or the spot or nothing else on any video. But it was a great hunt. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it takes a very special person to put in as many hours as Jerry did. I mean, Jerry spent 2 long days showing me and driving me around through spectacular big open farm country. I mean, a kind of a hunt that I'm just not used to around here. Like it resembled a Western hunt. It very much was like a Western hunt. So I thoroughly enjoyed that. I really did. I've never been guided like that ever in my life. I mean, he just, hour after hour after hour, he drove me all over the place. I don't know how much gas he spent, how much time or anything else. But I just want to say that I flat enjoyed my hunt with my buddy Jerry. I enjoyed that. And Jerry, if you're watching, buddy, I just want to thank you, because I had one of the two days of great hunting with an old friend. And while I'm at it, I want to thank your nephew for letting me utilize his farm to hunt on his farm, and the neighbors around that all just come on, choir, shoot you one of these does. We got plenty of them. Just go take your choice. Well, it didn't quite work out that way, but we had to hunt and look, but maybe that was. I think that is a blessing, because if I'd got a deer right off the bat, like everybody up there said you're going to, I'd have missed out on two of the best hunting days that you could ever imagine. I mean, I had a blast. There is a little bit of it on video, and you will see one of the finest deer stands I've ever seen in my life. I thought my Quigley, this thing right here is nice, and it is. But boy, Donnie, one of the guys up there on one of the farm, he out Quigley to Quigley. I'm telling you, that's hunting in style, the way Donnie does it. But my goodness, you'll see that it's quite impressive, quite impressive. But anyway, I did get my doe, and we got it on ice now. A few days, several days from now, we will start working it up in sausage and what have you. But it was a great hunt, a fantastic hunt, just for a doe. I mean, hunting for a doe. I will have to say, 2 fantastically enjoyable days. But thanks to my friend Jerry. Jerry, thank you, bud. Talk soon. I'm sorry y'all missed it. Jerry trying to get his pistol out of here. He dug around, finally got this thing.
Yeah, all the big game's gone.
He was going to shoot this. It looks like an elephant, but I don't know. Might have been a squirrel. Anyway, do what? Jerry don't think he can shoot a pistol. That bullet go that far. I'm gonna show you let me zoom in here on the squirrel. See him sitting right there? It looks like duck soup. Anybody hit that thing?
Yeah. I'll give you the pistol. You try it.
Oh, that squirrel saw Jerry and he said, "I'm getting out of here." He's got mulligan on the brain. Squirrel mulligan, squirrel and gravy.
Right.
Well, he's giving you an excellent shot.
We got one right here, man.
Oh, but
we're just waiting on him to come in. See?
He's going up the tree.
Oh, he's on the brush pile. I'd rather take my chances with that than I would that one over there 100 yards away.
Well, he's meandering around down here now. Where is he? Where'd he go? Yeah. I don't know where he was right there.
He's going back up the big tree down here now.
They're pretty impressive.
Hey, slow down a little bit there, son.
Okay, let me zoom down on him here. Where is he? Wait a minute. I can't find him in here. Where in the frig is he?
Right here in the field. Going up towards your road, see?
I got him.
I can't hit a damn running squirrel.
I got
him. You scared him to death, that camera.
You camera shy, wasn't
Videos to death of that one.
I can see right now you need more practice. You need to buy you some.
I went to lock my wrist in and my shoulder didn't
Oh,
work
yeah,
real well, you know.
I'd say that didn't work too good, huh?
That ain't going.
A little bit. Eli's gonna get him a doe this evening.
Yeah.
And I reckon Kevin's gonna hunt out here in the cornfield. He's wanting a doe.
Yeah.
So me and Alex is gonna take Eli down to the cabin, let him kill him a doe.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That's right. Alex said, hell, he'll probably miss anyway. Building and maybe he'll
Score on it.
maybe he'll score on one. You see anything?
No.
One doe over in that, my little patch at the community center. Lord God Almighty, he ain't gonna say nothing to you. You're the only sane person he's got out here, Bo.
Got to drive me insane.
You're hard to do.
That's for sure. Wouldn't take a lot.
You wouldn't.
For some reason, I've really let down on the video and I guess I didn't want a lot of evidence.
Let me put it back up. There ain't no cows over here.
Ain't no cow.
Right now.
Not
There
right
ain't no
now.
cows over here right now.
They're laying down. Down to the condo, huh? No, Donnie, he's got him a heck of a deer stand down here.
Right her ass back up his muddy ass here.
I hate to stay down here at the field drives with you. Now this sign right here is an understatement. A frickin' understatement if there ever was such thing. This is Donnie's place. I mean, he out Quigleyed the Quigley. I gotta go up there and take a look at it. gotta look at your place there. I said, you've out Quigleyed the Quigley. Oh, yeah. Yep, you've outdone my little stand.
Huh?
I thought I had a nice one. Well, look, gosh almighty. Look here.
What?
Look here.
Well, I got a big water tank right there. I just run it in.
I know, but you got a commode in here.
Yeah. We got the septic.
I got a 5-gallon bucket with sawdust in mine.
Put a septic out there.
Lord of mercy. Heaters. Gas heater. I got a bed in mine, but it ain't this goddamn bed. Donnie, you got some place here, boy. Stove. I got the stove.
I got my hot plate.
Got this big old chair.
I better take that with me. I might need that.
Yeah, you might. I like your floor.
I gotta put me another battery in for next year. One ain't enough. It keeps my phone and everything charged up.
This is neat.
Watch my TV.
This is pee darn neat, Donnie.
I love it.
I reckon.
But it stays just as toasty in here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just on 2. As high as I've ever had it turned up.
This is. Well, you can go on YouTube. I got several videos up of hunting out my little place. Hell, it ain't like this. No, not hardly. Solar panels.
Yeah. I keep my phone charged up.
I tell you something. I feel so sorry for you.
I know it's terrible. It's hard on me hunting.
Oh, it is, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is impressive. It really is.
Feel that, buddy.
That's neat. I like this. I like this.
I'll crack my windows just a little bit when about the time for deer.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, it usually makes a noise when I first pull it open,
Mm-hmm.
and they hear it. But I'll pull it about right there.
Break the seal.
Yeah, break the seal and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got it. You got it
I
rough,
want to
boy.
put in some better
Huh?
windows.
Do
I
what?
want to put in some better windows. I never thought a thing about it when we was putting them in. You just got no cheap single pane window. They fog up.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I've got
When
in
it
mine.
gets extremely cold.
Yeah. Well, mine, I made the windows. You know, just cut glass and just built
Right.
the frame around. It's rough, you know. And if you put any heat inside it, they fog up like crazy, you know, on a cold day. But it knocks the chill off.
Right.
It knocks the wind off, and it's super comfortable. But it ain't as comfortable as this. But they said you had a condo back here. By God, they wasn't
See,
lying.
I got so far to go to hunt.
Yeah.
I got to get up, get dressed,
Yeah.
walk 5 feet.
Well, I got to
I'm
walk.
ready to go.
I got to walk from my house hunting 38 yards.
That ain't too bad.
Well, that's a hell of a trip sometimes.
It is when it's pouring down the rain cold, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
Goodness. Wait a minute. Do what, Don?
I said, I get several channels back
Oh,
here.
do you?
Yeah.
Look here. You know what that is? That's a television. Oh my God. He can lay in bed right here,
Heck yeah.
watch television, and look out the windows for deer.
That's the only way to fly.
Like I said, I thought I had it made, but baby.
See my water tank's in here. I just run that hose down in my tank and turn it on and
Flush it.
flush it. Goes right out in the septic.
And this right here constitutes my
We
toy.
got a barrel out there. Barrel for rock.
I remember putting that there.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, when I was there for that
You
that
did.
operation now. Yeah. Your damn cook stove, though, you're lacking right there, son. I mean, you know, you're going to have to set that up different.
Well, we are.
Going to have to make you a little corner table over there.
That's right.
No.
He said something about getting me an oven for this next year.
Get you an air fryer.
Well, I got one for
That
that.
air fryer, man, that's the way to go.
You like him, do you?
Oh,
I do too.
I love mine. It is.
You do?
You reckon?
Well, yeah.
You think it won't get that bad in a couple of years?
I don't know.
You don't never know, do
I
you?
don't know. I know one thing. Don't fall. I fell off that damn farm trailer where the stand's at. I did. Tuesday night. Evening. We had a flat tire on it.
No, I called on her a bit.
Only thing I can see, Donnie.
Hadn't stopped.
I put it back against. I stepped off on one 2x6s. It was left over. I had down there for a step where you get on it. And we changed the flat tire. And once we got it leveled back up, I went and stepped off that thing the other night. And I didn't level up that 2x6. And it rolled.
It rolled.
My back caught the edge of the trailer.
Oh.
And then caught that 2x6. It tore that rotator cuff. I can't do nothing now.
Well, I better get it.
Well, now you're on the clock.
You can't fire me, you don't pay me. Oh, mercy.
I'll close the gap.
I'll get it.
Hang on, keep rolling over. It's a lot steeper in here than it looks. Oh, yeah, that's pretty. There's a deer, there's a deer. Right back in the freaking woods and gone. That would have been perfect, wouldn't it? Huh. Well, we don't. Boy, they're spooky. You'd think you'd been hunted or something. That was pretty.
Oh. Tell Diane about this establishment up here.
Yeah, I tried to.
It's hard to describe it.
It's hard to describe it. That's why I said I need to be videoing it, you know. This is their sawmill that they put up. I sure am glad this thing's got pretty good image stabilization. And he's going to build a meat packing place.
I got a cattle guard right here. or 6. Laying out of the wind right over here.
Yeah, they must have some kind of telegraph or grapevine or something. They know I'm coming. Deer can't communicate in a way that puzzles the crap out of me. Be out there at the farm looking up on the big hill and one over to the right and stuff. And you're talking about deer separated by 200 or 300 yards, and there's no way in the world that they could smell. You know, some of them, one might be able to smell the other, but not the ones upwind, you know?
Right.
And how in the hell do they know they're there? They can't see them, they can't smell them. They got to be communicating with some kind of a sound that we can't hear. I see that
Like
all the freaking
sonar
time.
or
Huh?
radar, sonar, some way.
They got some way of
They
communicating.
know that they're coming.
I mean,
We don't.
they communicate, and you can tell it. It's plain as day, but you can't. There's no way they could smell or hear, or I mean see. It has to be a hearing something. You know, like they talk about elephants have got a sound that another elephant can hear miles away. You know, well, I think the daggum deer do the same thing. I see it all the time out the back of the house. Never been able to figure that out. I can't believe we've gone through how many miles of awesome looking deer country and seen 2 or 3 deer.
It's not normal. They're just not moving like this. I mean, it's nothing to come out here and see 50 or 60 damn deer a day. It ain't like I ain't taking you to the best damn spots. I promise you.
Here I've run. Now he's
I've
complaining.
hunted this damn thing for 10 years. So.
And now he's complaining that I run these best spots, which is probably true. Good Lord, what country?
Yes.
There to be a
She
cockeyed
shot
deer.
that deer up there. See where that tower is?
Mm-hmm.
That's where poor Paul was at that day. And that deer come all the way through. Died right over here. Now, in the world that deer came that far.
I don't know. They're tough, so I don't know.
That one was. Had that desire going in. Nothing to film except the beauty of the countryside.
Well, it should be pretty country. Half these cattle over here to land there.
They're laying in the wind. That's where they're supposed to be laying right there in that little patch of.
Well, there would be deer out here in these little woodlots out in all this open country. I'd say this used to be some really good groundhog hunting country.
Never seen the damn first groundhog out here. I know they're here.
Well, you ain't going to see many now today. We got these freaking coyotes. I used to shoot 25 or 30 every year off my farm till the damn coyotes come in. I've seen one in the past half dozen years, I guess, and I let him go. You poor old thing. You daggone coyotes are wicked on groundhog. You see more groundhogs in town now, and you like the deer than you do anywhere else. Coyotes are bad news. Put the window down a little bit. Yeah, right there.
Can't believe the moon seeing a deer right there, man. That is.
It looks like it'd be impossible not to see. Tall coyotes.
That woods right there in front of us, that's out. Where that little stand is of mine. See that opening right straight ahead?
Way over yonder?
That's where we were at just a little bit, a few minutes ago. That's the house. On that. And where that thicket is, the hayfield where normally those deer were always watching the other night, that's right on the other side of that little woodland right there. This field adjoins it down here where the red barn is.
Yep.
To the left. Give you some idea of relation to where we're at now. Field over there.
Do what?
See that big old oak tree right there?
Yep.
Gilmer, he loves that oak tree. That's where you can find
He
him.
went down off that hill and get to that one.
Yeah, I mean, where my stand is
Yeah.
up there. It's
He
a
was-
shorter walk to that damn tree.
It was down on the lady's land.
Yeah. You
I
can-
said, I'm beginning to feel.
if he
so
goes
much
missing, you'll find him at that oak tree. I mean,
If he
he's
goes
gonna
missing.
live and die at that oak tree.
Let me zoom in here and see what we're talking about, what oak tree we're talking about.
It's
I
that
see it.
big dominant oak right
Yeah.
there where that holly goes
Yeah.
up.
That's it right here.
Yes, sir. That's it.
Yep,
That's
it.
the most favorite
I
oak
could
tree.
get even closer. Look at that.
Oh,
I could find him sitting there under
He
it.
probably is, you know.
Gilmer's that you? Is that you, buddy?
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me.
That's the right ways over there.
It's a good guy, yeah.
Let me zoom in on that tree again.
Exactly how far
No,
that-
no, watch this now.
Get out of here.
That's over there, isn't it? I thought them guys would use their heads instead of their legs, like I was using. squirrel.
Pistol.
There's your squirrel.
Sweetwater, Tennessee.
They ought to be herds of them everywhere we've been.
We timed that about right.
We're back here at the headquarters of Ponderosa. Go in here and see if we can find some water somewhere. Do they like it?
Are you closed up? I froze up. What is yours, Roger? Rogers to Dennis. Dennis to the Rogers.
How are you, sir?
All that.
I met him when y'all was down there doing the mother deer.
Yep, we did. Yeah, I did. How you doing?
That's pretty good, you know.
Thing quit. Me and Jerry talking about how many miles he's drove me around this outfit. 8 or 10 times how many. Anyway, he screwed his shoulder up. He's gonna have to go get it
Repaired.
Yeah. And he needs to get it fixed up so we can go fishing. If it ain't so cold that I won't freeze my twiddle off, I am gonna start trying to find the stripers. So if I locate them, I'll holler at you.
Like a great deal.
I don't know much about it, but I can learn. I ain't too old to learn.
As long as it ain't froze over, we'll go.
I can still learn. But this is quite a place here.